today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets to start here. Coming off of a victory in round one, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On play action, now Brady. He completes it to Evans. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Fournette, touchdown, Buccaneers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
On first down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Akers hit, he coughs it up, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere. Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
first down. Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
These two teams all tied after one. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A draw play. Bernard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Brady. He gets it left side to Johnson. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Giovanni Bernard there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On first down, Bernard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From just shy of midfield, Brady. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Brandon Powell. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it was the Green Bay Packers who will continue on in these playoffs as they were able to eliminate the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title...
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. the return is Powell. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Over the middle to Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it makes it hard to defend.
Now Stafford. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ndamukong Suh with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Gay's kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
Pick your phrase.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that'll set them back 5. Now Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. To throw again on second down. Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Goes right side, complete to Grubb. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Stafford. And his pass incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Again, it's Stafford. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Second and 12.
Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On the screen, Bernard. He is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Stafford now to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Stafford into the hands of Beckham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.